Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play FrogComposband. What a name. Right, so we're still Oyon, the level 7 Beholder, who has completed the first 2 quests and is about to dive into the Warrens one more time to make it back down to level 5 and kill those wargs. And not get killed by them. I have actually just looked around, played around with some, not really some options. I just looked around the information menu here, which I just never took the time to do before. And there are some interesting things. First of all, I wondered if there was a way to just list monsters. And I think, and well, yes, there is, as you can see here. Of course, there currently are no visible monsters. But that should, I think, tell me about, things like enemy status, whether they're asleep or otherwise incapacitated, or that kind of information. I think that's what that shows to me. So that's useful. There's also a way to... 19 interesting features. Okay. I thought that was literally just objects as in items on the ground, but okay. That's really good, actually. Listing everything. Right. Okay, I didn't know this existed. I've never actually used this option, although I suspect that it's been around for a long time in all kinds of variants that I've already played. Okay, maybe I'll get used to actually using that from time to time. Hopefully, even sometimes when it's actually useful. Right. No, but what I did specifically was, well, I looked around my character sheet, but there's also. Right, I checked out the knowledge menu, and well, actually I didn't really learn anything here that I didn't also learn in the character menu. I wondered if my gaze had its own proficiency as a weapon type, but I guess that doesn't really make sense because it's not a weapon per se. Interestingly, it also doesn't list any spells because I suppose my character doesn't know any traditional spells. However... Oh, but one of the interesting things I learned is that my slowness, at least part of it, possibly all of it, might be completely from the patient personality. That's just something that never occurred to me, and I never took the time to actually read the description. In fact, I technically know that personalities, sometimes at least, affect things other than just the base stats, but I just really like to forget about that. So yeah, if I have reason to start another Beholder character, I'm definitely going to try playing with some other personality that does not actually make you slower and see how that works. Maybe I'll just pick one that actually makes you more intelligent, and even if it does possibly reduce constitution even further. But just not being able to outrun even the basic enemies is definitely a problem. And I think those 2 points of extra con don't help. Yeah. So that is that. But I also looked through just the basic character information. And I mean, there's a lot of information here. And I learned that I cannot, in fact, see invisible. So I have no idea what was going on with Smeagol. Maybe he's just not invisible in this version. Maybe they realized. Well, I mean, it's not hard to realize. Maybe someone just figured that he was such an incredibly annoying and just frankly impossible to defeat encounter in many situations for an early game character, because he really likes to show up in the extremely early levels, right? As we have seen, and And he's quite frequent as well. I mean, I've encountered him many times across various different varieties of Angband. And usually, by the time you do, you have no way of actually seeing invisible. Very rarely have I had, a ring of see invisible, or even the extremely rare vial of Galadriel that allowed me to see him. I think that gives you see invisible. Anyway, very occasionally you do have the means to actually deal with him, actually see him, and thus fight him effectively. Otherwise, you're just swinging around blindly in the dark, hoping to hit him enough times and deal enough damage to whittle him down. but more often than not, he just steals all your money and you give up in frustration. And maybe here they just decided that, he's not, I mean, it doesn't really make sense for him to be literally invisible. He's not invisible in the source material, right? So, yeah, I guess that must be it. And because obviously it says right here that I do not have See Invisible. I do, however, have infravision, 80 feet, which is, of course, the reason why I sometimes see enemies pop up even in unlit areas a little bit outside of my range of vision. I was just under the impression that infravision just allows you to see in the dark, period. And since I wasn't actually able to see walls or dungeon features in the dark, yeah, I thought that I did not have that. But I guess infravision makes sense. So you see infrared, as in warmth, basically. So only living creatures in the dark. Anyway, just a couple of interesting things. I don't know if there was anything. Oh yeah, actually there was one more thing. Sorry if this is boring you, but I've never, as I said, I never really took the time to look through this huge amount of information in detail. But I recently did, and yeah, so it lists my melee, and in fact, it's also available under the weapon information in the knowledge menu, which I just checked out on a whim and was surprised to find my gaze listed there. But I suppose it is my weapon, so to speak. Anyway, it says that actually deals 2d3 damage, which, well, isn't amazing, but this definitely gives me a way to check occasionally and see if it goes up, which I hope it does. It also does list the proficiency, although I don't think I ever really miss. I mean, sometimes enemies avoid my gaze, but I guess that's that's normal. That's based on their evasion in some kind of way, and not on my 2-hit chance. Although maybe it does affect that as well. We'll see if that ever goes up. Yeah, and the number of blows, as the game says in the race description, apparently goes up with level. So we can keep an eye on that as well. And it also interestingly lists the exact effects and even the probabilities. So I wasn't expecting it to be this detailed and this open with its information, but I mean, I don't know why I didn't. So drain mana is apparently a thing, although I certainly don't seem to really drain mana and refill my own. But when I drain mana or psychic energy from enemies, it seems to heal me. But that also seems to be the case for enemies, so maybe that's just how drain mana works in this game. You drain SP from the enemy and convert it into your own life energy. I think I almost prefer it to actually refill my mana, making my ranged attacks free, basically, whenever this triggers. But yeah, on the other hand, healing of attacks is always nice. So if that's how it works, that's how it works. Then confusion, sleep, and terror. Yeah, okay. No paralysis, as mentioned in the race description, but maybe that gets added over time as we finally grow some ice dogs. If we ever do, we'll see. So, okay, enough looking around those boring old option screens. We will dive into the dungeon. Actually, I had just thought of a thing to possibly do, since I did realize I had some money left over last time. Oh yeah, and there's also one more thing that hopefully I'll remember by the time I'm done doing this little shopping, or at least looking for things to shop for. Okay, no, it's not here. Just making extra sure I'm not just missing it. Okay, no speed. Is it I'm not entirely sure if it's potions of speed or scrolls of speed. Both might exist, but neither do seem to exist in the shops right now. So I was thinking of having a couple of those things around, to use in front, to use before some kind of major fight like the one with the wargs that's coming up, which I'm mildly worried about. but I do have a couple other survivability options, so I guess that's okay. Actually, what I can do, since I am here now, I am going to buy a couple more potions, because why not? Series wounds, right? Yes. I guess I'll just buy all. There. 18 potions of cure series wounds. I mean, those should, assuming I get to actually drink them before I get killed, those should last a long time. And ideally, of course, I'll never need them in the first place. Let's see here. It was capital Y. Aimless looking merchant. Okay, one monster, one awake. I guess it would say asleep or something similar for any monsters where it applies. I guess we'll give it a try in a dungeon where we actually see a number of different enemies. Right, the other thing that I wanted to just quickly show off, because I forgot to do so earlier, is, if I hit the correct button, it brings up the world map. In fact, I just went upstairs, so to speak, and I am now technically moving in the world map mode, where I can, take a look at all the different dungeons that there are, with their respective levels, starting levels. The Crystal Castle level 40, an Orc Cave level 15, relatively low level dungeon. Lonely Mountain level 30, Tidal Cave level 15, right there, like 2 or 3 of these lower level dungeons. But then, of course, there are 2 low level dungeons on this outpost town tile on the same map as the town. So for any other towns, there might also be nearby dungeons that are not separately listed here or not visible this way. Or there could be multiple dungeon entrances in the same tile. I guess I won't know until I go there and look. Level 20, Fabled Land of Camelot. Really, the Fabled Land of Camelot is only level 20? Hold to the center of a volcano. Yeah, that sounds pleasant. Frightening entrance to the labyrinth, level 20. The labyrinth. I think I've read, while looking something up in the in the documentation, the in-game documentation, looking up something about some options. I think the labyrinth was mentioned as a dungeon that's not mappable, or was that a different one? Seems to make sense, I guess. So that sounds terrifying. Moribund, level 0. That's one of the next towns. So the asterisks are towns, of course. Well, maybe not of course, but that is the case. Anambar, Thalos. Oh yeah, I think there is an option that's on by default that allows you easy access to Thalos. I think that's the one. Because otherwise it's hard to reach especially for lower level characters, because it's on an island in the ocean and you have to, I guess, swim there, unless you can just walk through deep water. Not really sure how that works. I don't think I've ever made it far enough in any of the Angband variants that have an overworld to experience deep water. The entrance to the mine, level 75. What an unassuming name, and what a terrifying level. And of course there's Rillier, level 80. I wonder who lies waiting at the bottom of that. A steel gate leading into a disaster area, level 60. Okay. The arena, level 50. Zul, level 20, surrounded by high mountains. No idea how to reach that. Hold to the Graveyard Underground, level 50. Also, Graveyard Underground doesn't sound like a super high level dungeon necessarily, but I guess it's pretty much mid-level. Anguil, level 4, okay. Just slightly above the level 0 of most cities, whatever that means. The Dragon's Lair, level 60, alright. Wait, have we seen that? Yes, the Graveyard. Dark steps leading into a pyramidal, how do you even pronounce it? Pyramid-shaped mound, level 64. The entrance to the castle, level 40, the castle. Telmora, just taken straight from Morrowind. Wasn't there a town of that name? The entrance to the Chameleon's Den. The Chameleon. As in a literal chameleon, or is someone called the Chameleon? Maybe we'll find out eventually. Level 30. The Eyrie, level 40. Mount Meru, level 72. A Mysterious Cave, level 50. This is all mysterious to me and very fascinating. Giant's Hall, level 30. The Dungeon of Angban, the main dungeon. Kind of in the center of the map, I guess. Starts at level 1, of course, goes all the way down to level 99 or 100. The Cursed Battlefield, level 30. And last but not least, I think, the Witchwood, level 25. Okay, I think at this point we've actually looked at everything. Yeah, and I believe, so if I go down again, I should be in the exact same spot as before. I believe inns offer teleport to another town, and I guess for every town other than Thalos, because of the option being on, you have to actually go there on foot first before you can teleport. But for Thalos, teleport to Thalos is just, that's the wrong button. It's just allowed by default. So even lower level characters can just go there if they choose to do so. Of course, I don't know if that's a relatively relatively high level area that is normally only accessible by higher level characters. What a lower level character could possibly want there. Oh, really? So my macro is not saved even after starting another session. So it's not an issue of not saving with the character, but just not saving, period. Okay, I mean, it's a minor inconvenience, really, if I just have to do it at the start of each session, but I feel like it should get saved. And there might just be something wrong. I don't know. Okay, anyway, macros, I was at... Let's try just creating it, which should work. F, delete whatever that is, MB... Oops, that was wrong. 8, F, MB asterisk. There you go. Added keymap. Okay, I guess it's working actually. Yep, sure enough. So I don't know if I just got unlucky or if I got lucky this time. Okay. Oh yeah, that was a small kobold, not a kobold. Okay. Right. So that, yeah, I was right. And early you do encounter small kobolds, which are typically not a problem at all. But even normal kobolds are a potential threat for sure. Not to mention large kobolds. Right, noted. Yeah, anyway, okay, so the macro worked this time, and I guess it's really, once I get used to that, to doing that, it's not going to be a problem. So I'm not even going to bother trying to figure out what was going on. Actually, my lantern is still more than half full, right? 15 is the max, I think. So I can't even recharge it. Of course, I also don't have to, so I just figured I'd check. Of course, the game does warn you before it actually runs out of fuel, so not a problem. I guess I'm going to take the time to re-explore the floors on the way and not just dive straight down, because I feel like I could still use maybe another level. Well, a level or two, but realistically, I'm probably not going to make another 2 levels before I get there. Rations of food? Nah. I did let go of all of my rations of food, right, in favor of Elvish Waybread, which does sound a lot more delicious. Rubble. I guess what I could do, is that a hidden door? Maybe not. No longer full. It's fine. Actually, I could, well, while I'm here, you know, eat off the floor, because why not? Yum. Oh, also, one thing I just wanted to double check. Map screen options. Is there an option? Yes, I want centering, special colors for torchlight grids, viewable grids, wall grids, colors. Okay, I thought maybe there was an option. Text display? And that maybe there might be an option to display the walls as like, you know, with special characters that are just solid. Because I don't know. I guess the displaying the walls with different characters like this, like this variant does, which is also different from the ones I'm familiar with, that use pretty much exclusively hash tags. That's not. I mean, that's not the proper name for that. What's that called? Whatever. For walls, and then like the % sign for ore veins or things like that. Whereas this variant just uses, you know, a wild mix of characters, which can be a little bit confusing sometimes. Or, you know, make it harder to just spot things on the fly. So I wondered if there was maybe an option for that. Equipictures, bars, food status. This is all just about the actual text display, which makes sense. Yeah, okay. Gameplay options? Merge inscriptions. Yes. Yes, that's on. Discounts as well. I mean, discounts are descriptions. Inscriptions rather, automatic ones. Loop to beginning. Yes, that's the case. Disturbance options, auto destroyer options, list display. I mean, there is a ton of options, that's for sure. Just, I guess, not the one I'm looking for. Mongominator. What the actual heck? Activated the mongominator for the first time. Uh-oh, what did I do? User preferences have not yet been created. Oh god. Help? I don't know. Do I want help? What even is this? Okay, just real quick. A rules-based system for automatic object handling. You know, I just don't feel like dealing with this right now, so let's just pretend this never happened. Base life factor, hit point warning, mana color threshold. Okay, fine. I guess we'll deal with this mess. Let me please just Granite Walls. I mean, yeah, I guess it does depict, or these symbols do depict different types of wall. And it's really only 2 different types, but even this makes, I don't know. I guess, but at this point I've actually gotten used to it. It was a little bit confusing at first. Now that I think about it, it's really already become natural to me, so never mind. It just occurred to me that I, at one point, thought about, auto-destroying Scrolls of Darkness. That's nice. I'm just surprised. Oh, I guess I did, by accessing that mongominator, I did actually activate it. Oh. Even though I didn't save anything. Okay, I guess I have to deal with it now, because I just don't want to be automatically picking things up. Automatically destroying, like, clearly, you know, auto-squelching, I guess it's called. Completely useless things like skeletons, like so. Or corpses, I guess, as well. That may be fine, but picking up things that are technically not useless, but just, you know, that I'm just not interested in picking up, like those extra flasks of oil, that's just That's something I want. I guess technically you can throw flasks of oil for fire damage. Is that right? Am I misremembering that? Is that from a different game? So maybe having some more of those, not such a bad idea. Anyway, well, nope, that's not the one. Mongominator preferences. How do I deactivate that? I guess when in doubt, revert all changes. Quit without save. I mean, didn't I do that before? But I guess it's already active. You know what? I'll just maybe read a bit about this and try to figure out what's going on and how to turn this off. And yeah, I'll just pause while doing so. Okay, I think I disabled it. I mean, it's a very powerful tool, obviously, and I'm sure it could be used to great effect. Okay, it seems to be successfully activated. Good. All right. Yeah, let's just move on. Again, I could be using the shafts to go down faster, but I hope to make at least one extra level just for safety. Azure potion, a single one. I mean, I might as well identify it. Potion of sleep. Well then. Actually, hold on. Let me just quickly kill this worm. Oh, you know what? I could have tried. Could have tried experimenting with it a little bit. I was gonna ask myself, and then actually press the right button after all. Commands. Remind myself. Oh, throw an item with V. Yeah, of course. Just like that. Okay. I don't know. Somehow I remembered that being problematic when I tried it at some point, but maybe I'm misremembering. Also I wanted to check this out. Giant black ant. 0 awake. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily say which monster. Well, it would be more interesting if, you know, if I'm in a situation where I see multiple enemies, some of which are awake, some of which are not. Whether it identifies exactly which one is which in the list, which would make sense, right? I mean, if the character is aware and the game is willing to give you the information, why not just outright tell you that enemy is awake and that enemy is asleep, rather than these are the enemies and of those 3 are awake and 5 are asleep. You know, that seems kind of weird to handle it that way. But maybe I'm just not used to looking in the right spot for the exact information. Anyway, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that the blue health bar does in fact indicate a sleeping enemy. But what I'm not entirely sure about, and I know it's all in the in-game manual. I could just look this up, but there's so much to read. What I'm not entirely sure about right now is whether blue always means asleep, or if it could also be otherwise, I don't know, incapacitated. Anyway, in this case, of course, it's obvious what's the case. Let me just. I was gonna say throw a potion of sleep, but that would be kind of pointless, wouldn't it? But let's see. Yes. Did anything happen at all? Did I throw it? I sure did. I thought for sure. It's not even. It doesn't even say anything. It's just, okay, the potion is gone. Nothing happened. Nothing at all. I could have sworn that, oh, the potion is just sitting there. I could have sworn that maybe it's just in some variants that that throwing. Oh, I'm confused. Awesome. Thankfully, there are no enemies around. That throwing potions of oil is an early game offensive option. It deals fire damage and can be quite powerful. Maybe I'm completely crazy. Maybe that's actually the case in some Greater hellbeast. Really? That's still around, huh? So they seem to have changed Smeagol for the less annoying, but this guy's still around? Really? Okay. Thanks for completely interrupting my train of thought. Yeah, right. Potions of oil. I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong. I mean, obviously it just didn't work that time, so who knows. Actually, what I wanted to do is look at the description. This unholy abomination will crush you. Flee while you can. I mean, that's not true, most likely. This used to be just a troll, basically, to scare new players. I mean, it's sleeping right now. I should probably not wake it. Let sleeping hellbeasts lie, as they say. You know what? I will just do that, because it's just not worth being annoyed by it. It will, if you don't know, it will, or the way I'm used to it working, is it'll just, well, attack you, quote unquote, without actually doing anything, without actually dealing any damage or anything. It'll say things like, you know, it crushes you, I don't know, things like that. But it does not actually deal any damage, and it just pesters you, basically. It moves through walls and just bugs you. So it's really only annoying and nothing else. And it cannot be killed, by the way. Or, well, I mean, either it's incredibly powerful. I've certainly tried attacking it with a number of characters in the past and never made a dent. So maybe it's just incredibly tough and can technically be killed by a super high level character. But yeah, there's no point. Presumably. Blindness. How wonderful. Thankfully, we're pretty much by ourselves in this dungeon. Well, not entirely, but almost. Surprisingly tough. Oh, this is a special structure. Oh. Okay, where's the entrance? So we know there's one. We know there is one. Somewhere. At the bottom, perhaps? Yep, sure enough. Okay. Yep. There is a... what was it? A rock lizard of some sort? Salamander, actually. We dealt with one pretty easily before. Okay. And again. So do we get anything special here? New scrolls, always nice. And that's it. Okay. Well, that's something. Let's identify those. B, A, detect invisible. Oh, okay. I mean, it's not quite see invisible, but at least it tells me. At least it gives me a chance to check out what the invisible thing I might be facing actually is. So I guess that's something. Well, this is a room. Okay, found the exit right away. Should not have run into that icky thing, but that's okay, probably. Oh, ooh. Snaga. Hello there. Insect swarm, yellow light. Normal kobold. And you're a small kobold? Yes, okay. Yellow light. Fast moving bright light. Doesn't sound particularly dangerous. Snaga. Slave orcs. Often mistakenly known as a goblin. Oh, okay. I think these are pretty weak. Level 6 to 40. As opposed to, say, a kobold, which we know to be somewhat dangerous. Well, 3 to 30. Oh. Well. Let's just activate searching. Oh, okay. Any more doors out of this? Mordor? Well, there's the light. Okay. I'm blind. It's kind of what I expected. I probably just should have... oh god, I'll have to fight through those guys, right? Yep, they're literally right there. I mean, I could always retreat and use a different staircase, actually, which might be the smarter option. I have plenty of healing, so I might actually be able to retreat to the stairs if it turns out that they're too tough to handle. So I certainly would like their experience and possible loot. What did I want to say just a moment ago? Oh yeah, those explodey things. I mean, yeah, enemies depicted by that asterisk tend to explode upon death. So yeah, I definitely should have attacked it at a range, but I did not. So it's fine. Thankfully, we were safe here. Okay, there's still a door in between me and those guys. No. 6 monsters, 1 awake. Okay. Ah, okay. Snaga, 1 awake, 5 asleep. So it does tell me that. Right, so that one in the middle just is awake. Now, can I do something? Actually, I can move away a little bit. Or as far as I possibly can. Actually, let's stand here so I can escape around the corner if I need to. Aim my wand of Stinking Cloud just because I feel like being mean. And target the awake one. Why not, right? Actually, hold on. That's the middle one, yes. Okay. Okay. Snaga cries out in pain. The Snaga grunts with pain. You learn more about your Wand of Stinking Cloud. Really? What more is there to learn about it? Used up 1 charge. Now, would the game tell me if any of them are poisoned? Well, they're all awake. So there's that. Maybe they're also poisoned. Maybe it's just poison damage with a chance to poison. Or I don't know. Let's just start gazing at them and see how that works. Fires an arrow. Okay, for 3 damage. Not that bad. But these are the first enemies with range attacks that can actually fight back. Okay, we terrified that guy, I guess. Can I don't even know if I can gaze at enemies that are behind other enemies. Avoids my gaze. I seem to be hitting the one in front, which is fine. Okay, I've slain the Snaga. Should have paid attention to the experience again. Avoids my gaze. It's also not closing the distance. Unaffected, looks confused. Alright, I like that. I wouldn't mind him damaging his friend. Okay, I think I was at 36 experience before, right? Now I'm at 26, so 10 XP is not bad at all. Okay, that guy's... yeah, 17. Okay, so about 10. Experience can be a fraction in this game. Not entirely sure why most of them just stand in place. I guess they're trying to shoot me, but most of the time are not. Oh, either way, that was way easier than I expected it to be. Potions of boldness. I mean, sure, I guess. Might as well add them to the stack. Okay, this one's running to me, or tried to anyway. And I leveled up. I guess nothing special happened. Also, once again, I actually leveled up before even killing the enemy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. It fires an arrow. Really? Let me just close that door real quick and look for monsters. Oh, okay, there's just one further down the corridor. I see. Well, I think I'm just gonna reasonably safe, you say. Well, not a boring place, but reasonably safe. I'm gonna rest here, okay. So I rested a little bit, and I also let that guy come to me. And that worked out just according to plan. Our little boots. Who needs boots? Lots of shafts here. Okay, tunnel. And we have a kobold. Also we have a stone to mud. Yeah, no. Huh. Okay, the stinking cloud wand actually regenerated. I mean, that's new, isn't it? Wands definitely did not use to regenerate their charges. They needed to be manually recharged. So that might be actually one of the new features, or one of the features of this variant that I have not previously seen elsewhere. I mean, yeah, it definitely did recharge. And then, if I remember correctly, it used to be that staves recharged over time and had different numbers of charges. And then there were rods that did only ever have a single charge at a time, but then recharged over however many turns, but usually faster than the charges of the staves regenerated or something like that. And then there were ones that were cheaper, came with usually a larger number of charges, but did not normally regenerate. So that's how those three otherwise pretty similar types of items, were differentiated. Maybe they just simplified the system here, and maybe they only have ones at this point. Because I certainly have not seen any rods or staves in this variant. I mean, if that's the case, then I'm actually perfectly okay with that, because it just simplifies things. Well, as I said, I mean, in that case, I can much more freely make use of that stinking cloud. Because why not? Peace and terror. Oh, I like it. Oops. Nope, still not close enough. Still not close enough. There you go. Okay, and we have a hidden door somewhere. Probably over this way, if I had to guess. Well, let's... Right, oh, that was just a small kobold, too. Right, I forgot that this is the dangerous one, or more dangerous. Okay. Looks like I did not affect myself with that, right? I took damage, but from the kobold attacking me. I did damage it, though. Oh, and now I've actually finished it off. You know what? I should check. While I remember. Knowledge menu. I guess I can always just hit capital W, can't I? Still 2d3 to hit 8, whatever that means. That did go up. 2 damage, 4. Used to be 3. 8 plus 4. So, I mean, gaze 2d3. Is that just a base damage? Damage normal 12. How do I interpret these? I'm still not sure if 2 hit even matters, but maybe it does, and it does seem to go up, even though I'm still a beginner. So that's nice to see. 2 damage also goes up. My assumption for now is that 2d3 is the base damage, plus that I'm currently dealing 2d3 plus 4 damage, with a plus 8 to hit. Blows also did go up from 1.55 to 1.6, so that's nice. God. Can I do the math on the fly? 2d3 plus 4. Is that an average of 12? Because it was it did say damage normal 10 before. Hold on. Okay. I didn't use a calculator or anything. I mean, it shouldn't be necessary for numbers like this, but it seems like maybe it is actually the average damage number times the number of blows. So 12 would be about the expected average damage per turn. It kind of works out with the with one less 2 damage bonus on the previous level. That would have been an average damage of 7, if I'm not mistaken, times 1.5 or 1.55. Rounded down would be 10. And now we have an average damage of 8 times 1.6, which is 12.8. Also rounded down to 12. I guess if you just ignore post-comma values. I don't know. That might be it, or it might be something else entirely. Who knows? Is it also important to know this exactly? Probably not. Lots of rats, because I ignored them for a while. It's fine, though. Not worth much experience, but a little bit. What is this, actually? A trident. Oh, interesting, but not useful to me. Okay. An interesting, if somewhat annoying to navigate level. Or this part of it anyway. I guess I avoided that trap before. I was lucky. Oh, okay, there's the door. There's the centipede. Blue potions, another new type. Do we have anything else left? Actually, this looks somewhat symmetrical, right? So this is probably all there is. Not feeling any more enemies. Oh, except there's one. A kobold. Seem to be much more capable of dealing with those at this point, which is certainly encouraging to see. Okay, let me just identify this. Saltwater, wonderful. Let's throw those far away. Those just make you vomit, as far as I know, and I can't imagine there being any real use for those. Oh, we're also already on level 4. Right. These small levels go by fast. Not quite used to that. So next level is going to be the ward level. Hope we're prepared. We have some heroism, which might help. We have plenty of healing, which should help if we actually find ourselves surrounded. Phase door might help. Stinking cloud might help. We should be fine, probably. Maybe the wargs aren't even going to be as difficult to kill as I fear they might be. Okay, we will go down, yes. Okay, no wargs immediately. Just one of these relatively hard to kill snakes. Let's see here. Oh, well, there's one. Okay, it took a good amount of damage and hardly damaged me. Resists. It's confused though. Oh, wait. Is it still confused? Oh, it started fleeing in terror. But stopped fleeing. Was still confused though, probably. I guess it would have said it looks less confused. Well, that was easy enough. The real problem, or the real danger, was always... oh, wow, there! I did not realize there was another one next to me right there. I only saw the one appearing in the door frame on the right side. Okay. Also, there were a total of 9, is that right? Well, that I think I can see... Yeah, I can see 7 now, and I killed 1. So, of course, I might not be seeing or feeling all the monsters on the level. But, yeah, I don't know why I thought it was 5. Anyway, what did I want to say? Who knows? I guess I'll just... okay, they're actually gathering around. Oh, this is perfect, actually. A nice little pocket to fight them from. And then suddenly I find myself very damaged. Okay, I should not be in danger of being one-shot. So before I drink a potion, actually I say that, but you know what? Let me drink a potion first. It would be very silly to die now. Okay. Well, I'm a little bit more healthy now, so let's just do this. Okay. I actually one-shot it with that. Or finished it off at least. Okay. Didn't expect that Stinking Cloud to deal that much damage, but it worked, and I also leveled up, which is certainly going to help. You know what? Since I have this, and this worked very well. Okay. 33. It's not... I was lower before. It's okay. And since these... I feel scared. Okay. And already no longer scared. I guess I was just a very good hit before, or I had actually damaged one of those wargs more than I thought. Yeah, anyway, since the wand recharges, obviously there's no way and no reason to withhold using it in a situation like this. I also did not use my heroism, which really might not be doing much for me. It might really only affect melee hit chance or damage. Well, I guess I'm gonna be on the safe side and heal again. Oh, that didn't... Oh, that was heroism. Oh yeah, why did I don't know why I thought that was the right button to press, but okay. Well, I mean, I wanted to drink one of those after healing anyway. I guess I did it this way around, and thankfully I did not die, so it's all good. Ah, slain the warg. Actually, let's see. No rings equipped, I know. So capital W does not do that. Maybe it's only when you're already in the knowledge menu? Oh yeah, okay. That's how it works. To hit 9 plus 12. Oh. Okay. So that's a temporary plus 12 to hit from heroism, I guess. No increase to damage though. Maybe it would for a traditional melee weapon. I suspect that it would. I feel like it's supposed to just make you overall better at melee combat, not just better at hitting things. Or else it would be called a potion of accuracy or something, right? Anyway. Okay. Oh. The other 4 are not even aware of me. Alright, okay. That was fine. I mean, a little bit scary. Oh, I was slowed down even more. Heroism wears off. Did not last very long. Okay. Sped up again to a whopping 0.8 of standard. Floating Eye, one shot. Floating Eye is really just a much weaker version of myself, so should have no trouble dealing with that. Slush Pile, okay. Not even a jelly. Okay, no more enemies to my left as far as I can tell. There was something over here. Hello. Well, seems like I'm now dealing with the rest of the wargs, possibly. At least 2 of them. But one of them is already dead, so that was nice. And I'm level 10. Evolved into a spectator. That's how it works. Okay. Well, I didn't expect these wargs to give this much experience, but I'm glad that they did. Or, yeah, that they do. Intelligence? Sure. Always more intelligence, right? Very smart. How many eyes do I have? Can I still can't... Oh, I don't have my rings with me. I have 2 eye stalks. Wow. Okay. I guess it kind of makes sense that they grow symmetrically. Although, well, I don't know. does it necessarily. I certainly wouldn't have minded growing one eye stalk at level 5 and then a second one at level 10, but hey, I'll take it. That allows me to wear both of my rings as soon as I'm back in town. Okay. Oh, also, hi there, Snake. I completely forgot about and didn't see you there. Awesome. I should probably not get too overconfident here and still take the time to heal. Okay, the works are definitely coming for me. That's fine though. Oh. And dead. And what? Did I just one-shot that one? Or had I actually damaged both a little bit? Wasn't even paying attention to both of their health bars. I had only seen one of them being almost dead. Okay, staircase appeared. Wait, yes, this one here. So that's nice, but I kind of want to return to the surface. There's nothing really stopping me from doing it. I have some gold. Maybe I can actually buy some speed potions. Of course, something like an actual ring of speed would be super good. And some kind of means to actually see invisible would make me feel a lot safer. That's for sure. Yeah, you know what? I got what I came for, and got even more than I expected. Oh, well, this is interesting. Oh, alright. Alright, it's just a wildcat. Don't scare me like that, game. I really just should have checked first and foremost. Again, no reason to get overconfident right now. Yeah, anyway, I got what I came for, which is solving the quest. And I also got more by reaching level 10 and finally growing some eyes. So that's nice. Oh, also, no, I still only have these. Almost. Oh, okay. Gaze is now range 7. That's nice. Of course, what I should also check is this. 3d4. Oh, nice. Okay, so all the percentage. I was gonna ask. Actually, I did not really take the time to add up the percentages. Obviously, they add up to more than 100%. So, yeah, that should have been clear right off the bat. That multiple of these effects can happen at the same time, assuming the enemy is not resistant to it. So yeah, that's cool. Gaze has an extra hit die. Actually, an extra hit die, and they are better as well. Better 2 hit and better 2 damage as well, and more blows. Right. So that was a huge leap, a huge evolutionary leap. That should make me a lot more powerful all at once. Also, I have 19 armor class. So obviously I'm also gaining natural armor class. I guess I had just not looking at armor class at all, really, except right after equipping my my helmet upgrade. But I had the feeling on one of my earlier characters that they actually gained a little bit more armor class at some point. But yeah, none of them obviously made it to this kind of level, so I never noticed such a huge increase. Okay, I mean, still 19 armor class is obviously not much, but I mean, it's better than nothing. It's nice to see that it is going up. Anyway, what am I doing? I guess I'm just gonna try and make my way back upstairs while maybe, you know, grabbing some easy loot and experience on the way. And honestly, everything should be easy at this point. We'll see. Kobold? Can see me? Really? Okay. Now it can. And it is almost one-shot. And it was terrified as well. Very satisfying to get my revenge on the things that terrified me not so very long ago. That's just how that goes sometimes. Mwah. Just one-shotting things. One-shotting weak, helpless creatures in the, you know, shallow levels of the dungeon. Very satisfying. Okay, that one's a little bit more resistant. Yes, copperhead snakes are among the more dangerous types early on. Soldier ant. Giant white ant. No creatures. Also no staircases, never mind. No, that's back down. Ah, yes. Take that. Oh, okay. And we... Wait, what? Did I actually go back down at some point? I guess I must have. Huh? Didn't I just go up 2 levels? Wait, am I being crazy? Up staircases. Okay, so I just went up 2 staircases. So I had just gone down, back down to 5. Okay, that's, you know, that's fine. Just being a bit sloppy, not paying attention. But this is not a... At this point, it's no longer a high danger environment, if it ever was. Not a problem. The brass lantern, unidentified. I mean, there's a small chance that it could be better than what I have. I mean, if nothing else, it's almost certainly more fuel than my current one, so... Not a whole lot more, but... yeah, hardly more, but, you know, might as well exchange those then. Could have been one of duration or even, I don't know, a unique version. Probably exists. Pushed up booze. Yeah, no, thanks game. Not now. Oh, hi there. Metal cap. Oh, actually. Have I possibly... Goomba, get out of here. Wrong game, Goomba. Have I actually maybe overlooked any headgear along the way? I want to say that I still instinctively check most, if not all, pieces of equipment that drop just out of curiosity, even if I know that I'm not going to be able to use them. So probably didn't miss any. If I did, it's most likely nothing good. So let's see here. Metal cap 3, right. That means I have no use for it because my whatever the thing is that I have on my head, Jingasa, is better. Probably looks very silly, but at least it's protective. Or maybe it looks awesome. I guess I could look that term up, and I'm probably going to find some picture of some sort. We want to go up. There's no shaft up, so we take this. Going in the right direction this time. Checking for monsters ahead of time. Empty bottles. Unless there is some sort of alchemy system in this game, which I'm not aware of. Which does not mean that it doesn't exist. I don't see how empty bottles would be useful. You know what? Let me just return to the surface right away. And rest at the inn. Right. Turn in the quest. Turn in the quest with the right button. Okay, get another ring. A ring elemental +6. Fire and... what? Okay. Well, we'll take a look at what those abbreviations mean. Next is the compost heap outpost, level 15. Okay. So we have 2 level 15 quests now. The compost heap on the other side of the city has started attracting large numbers of rats. Some of them a type we've never seen before. I mean, rats doesn't sound so dangerous, but since it's a level 15 quest, I'm pretty sure there's something quite nasty at the bottom of that. Where's that compost heap? I don't see it right away. Did he say at the west side of the city? It doesn't seem to be anywhere in town. The compost heap. Can we take a look at that? South 25, east 76. Oh, okay, never mind. It's east. Oh yeah, okay, they're actually also here. I see. Right, we are also probably of an appropriate level to check out the shady rebel hideout, which I am certainly curious about. But I would also like to reach the bottom of the warren and see what's waiting there. I don't know how deep that is. I mean, I can certainly dive deeper, especially now that I've actually evolved and am somewhat more powerful. Okay, let's first take a look at this. Resist fire and aura of fire. Oh, interesting. So that's what that second thing means. That bracket, angle bracket F, fire aura, and activate to resist fire. I mean, and +6 is, what is that again? Mental +6. Activation cannot be harmed. Is that an armor class or? Well, I guess I can just on iStock C. Yes, okay, that's armor. Okay, right, of course. I thought for a moment, yeah, no, never mind. That's always in angular brackets, not in parentheses. Okay, and then I want the... Oh yeah, I forgot that I had the Ring of See Invisible, which I previously thought wasn't going to be very useful to me. Let me take both. Huh? And not... Oh, I have to get a... Now let's take a look. What was this again? Resist Nexus and free action. Ah, yes. Free action. I forget what that does exactly, but I feel like I'd rather have some more armor. Resist confusion, yeah, that also helps, of course. And see invisible. Two really useful things. And some extra armor. I think that's a clear winner here. Of course, technically I could keep the other one around for the resist acid if nothing else. Although, I suppose this character type, this monster, lacking almost any equipment, is pretty much immune to the effects of, well, not entirely immune, but not particularly endangered by the armor or equipment destroying effects of acid. Anyway, let's put on that ring B on our other iStock. There you go. 28 armor. Immune to confusion, or resistant, I guess, at least. Able to see invisible. Very nice. In fact, let's take a look here. Okay, by now we're good at perception and searching, rather than just fair. Excellent at device, which might also have gone up. Fair and melee, whatever that means. Still not really attacking in traditional melee, so who knows. Okay, speed is reduced, yes. Confusion, 40% resistant. Oh, I guess we're naturally resistant to confusion, right. Also naturally resistant to fear, which I think is new. One time, whatever that means. No idea why that's not given as a percentage. Right, we have 50% fire resist from the One Ring. The One Ring, not the One Ring, just one of our rings. See invisible from a ring ×1. Oh, I guess fear resistance is not a percentage-based value. It's just binary whether you have it or not. And I just happen to have it one time. Okay. Aura of fire. Yeah, I'm curious to see how that works. I mean, I think it's supposed to just deal damage around you, but I don't know what radius. It doesn't give a radius, so I guess it's a fixed radius for any aura. Maybe it's just a melee range. 2d3 plus 2 is pretty nice, actually. Especially if that happens every turn. That would be a little bit too overpowered, I guess. And I certainly don't remember auras even being a thing in any of the other variants I've played, but I might just not have come across them. Maybe they're new here, or, well, maybe they're just, they really weren't present in those games that I played before. Or maybe they were and they're just rare and I just got lucky to get one here. Anyway, I'm happy to have it. Free action. Oh, wait, I do have free action? Oh, that's intrinsic. So I have even less reason to use that other ring. Good to know, I guess. Right. Can see invisible. Although I'm suspecting that we will gain that ability. I mean, it seems like such a natural thing for a beholder, right? But I guess it's a pretty powerful ability, and it would make sense for it to be only gained by a more high-level type of beholder. But yeah, we have that. I mean, we have a ton of things. Actually, now that I think about it, since we obviously have levitation, which is kind of necessary so we don't need to roll around the floor, which would be somewhat hilarious, if unfortunate for me. Since we're naturally levitating, how are we even triggering traps on the floor? And what other benefit does levitation have? Maybe it makes you immune to pit traps specifically, and other traps are not necessarily activated by stepping on them, but just by approaching them. They're magical or something. I guess magic is always the answer when in doubt. Anyway, yeah. No slaying, no sustains. Right. Stat sustains. Detection. Well, that would be useful to have just, telepathy, or just, I guess, ESP abilities for all kinds of creatures at all times. Curses. Well, TY curse. Thank you, curse. Forcing you to thank every enemy that you encounter. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe, hopefully, I'll never find out. Yeah, okay. Is there anything else? No, I basically wanted to check the intrinsics or just list of abilities. Right. Gonna store the that ring again. Mushrooms of cure blindness, confusion. I guess I have less of a reason to have those confusion mushrooms around anymore. Now that I'm actually double resistant to it. Food is fine to have. I'm still full though from that last normal ration that I ate a while ago. Extra oil. Oh, potion of sleep. Why do I have that? Because I kept it around to throw at an enemy. But yeah, I get the feeling like that is not actually, that doesn't actually work. Maybe I'll just still keep it around and try to throw it at the next non-sleeping enemy I find, just so I know. Boldness, resist heat and cold, which the game has somehow auto marked for me. KQ. I think that's just to, if I try to destroy that item, that it gives me an extra prompt. G. Really choose? No. Or is that? Is that? No, I have no idea. Does the game not normally ask if I really want to destroy the item? I guess not. Either way, it's fine. Heroism, cure serious wounds, face story. So heroism, I suppose, does help, assuming hit chance is a thing that that matters for my attacks. Face door identify, detect invisible. Right, I'm not entirely sure how useful that is. Except, yeah, well, as I said when I found it, it will allow me to identify whatever is attacking me. Except, never mind, I can see invisible now, so I guess I don't need those anymore. I'm gonna put them here just in case I ever lose my ability to see invisible, right? So I have those there. Let's see what I can possibly purchase here. A scroll of identify. Well, might as well get that. Those are never not going to be useful. Well, I guess eventually maybe they will be. Well, I guess they will not. At some point I might have identified every consumable, but there's still going to be other item upgrades. Although, well, rings, I guess, mainly for this character. Slowness, sight. Right. Yeah, since I can now see invisible, that is also no longer useful. I was thinking earlier about maybe reacquiring some of those. But no. Do I have a word of recall? I don't think I do. Since I am planning to go to the bottom of the warren next, if I can, that might not be such a bad idea to have around. Oh, that's only a single one. Yeah, sure. I'll take that. Teleportation. I don't know. What do you have? Okay. Oh, okay, just a reduced lantern. Unfortunately, no more lanterns of duration. That was on the other character as well, right? On the first beholder that I started last episode. Maybe, I don't know. Restore life levels. I could purchase even more potions of Cure Series wounds. What's my carrying capacity like? 44%, so yeah, I guess what usually mostly weighs you down is just armor and your weapon, which all doesn't matter for me. And all these various consumables are not very heavy. So carrying 40 pounds. Oh, I guess, right. There's 31 from the inventory and then 8.4 from my equipment. You see. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna... No, hold on. Before I do that, I'm gonna take one look at the armor shop, just in case there's an awesome helmet. Well, Jingasa is 4 armor. Iron Helm is 5. So I guess I'll get that. It's probably not gonna make a difference, but might as well. Of course, I'm gonna get the cheaper one. Equip... What? Where, I mean. That. Sell that for what it's worth. Sure. Okay, now I'm gonna purchase some more healing. I could be doing all of these things off camera, of course, since this is already a longish episode, and I don't know. I guess I could start diving into the dungeon a little bit. I just stop at an arbitrary point rather than ending the episode very soon. What do I want to do? Purchase? No, purchase D. Can afford 10. You know what? Why not? I feel very safe now. 26 potions of Cure Series wounds. I'm pretty sure that's the most curing potions that I've ever had. What the hell are you? Scruffy little dog. Aw. Are you gonna attack me? You what now? Oh, it's burned. Yeah. Sorry, dog. I was not gonna attack you. Did it actually try attacking me? Didn't get a chance, huh? Wait, no, it did attack me. Never mind. Okay. Well, screw you then, scruffy dog. Anyway. Listen for rumors? Staffs of the Magi will help eggheads to clear the head and recover energies. Okay. You still have the quest. Right. Yeah, unfortunately, there's there are some level 5 quests, and then the next quests are level 15. Maybe the idea is that you're encouraged to just head to the next town, and maybe they'll have level 10 quests to fill the gap. That is absolutely possible, but I still feel like I should try and beat this very first early game dungeon, right? This super low level dungeon. And I think at this point I'm actually gonna try and dive. Rations of food, pebbles. Well, no reason not to just one-shot these weaklings along the way for their trivial amounts of experience. I also only now noticed that my color actually changed. Wow, how perceptive of me. Hey, chef down. Exactly what I want. Did I just see a blinking dot blink away? Maybe not. I could have sworn there something flickered above me, but sometimes the yeah, actually that probably was just a gray unlit floor tile changing to white. Oh, new scrolls. That's always welcome. Did we gain any new abilities here? No, we did not. Okay, just occurred to me to check. Identify. See a summon monsters. You know what? I really should not. But I'm gonna use one. Red thing. Damaged me quite a bit. Because unfortunately... Okay, it's also burned. How badly? Quite badly. Okay, good. I mean, this is not very smart. But on the other hand, I did win. It wasn't so bad. I can only ever be attacked by 2 enemies at a time in this corridor. Okay, large kobold. It's burned. I mean, it seems like this burning aura triggers every single round, which is kind of crazy. Of course, it's not a ton of damage, especially in the large scheme of things, grand scheme of things. And also, while it might be a nice extra damage this early in the game, it's not going to go up, right? So it's not going to scale, unlike my main attack. But for now, it's really good, and obviously it should be all around me. That's kind of the idea of an aura. So yeah, it just feels very, very good this early in the game. And I wonder if the quest always rewards that. I mean, obviously the quest would normally not give a ring at all, but other items for standard characters that can use them. It's very nice that the game is even so considerate to specifically give me rings that I can use. Although I kind of would have preferred the first quest to give you a good helmet, with some sort of special ability on it, perhaps, or at least some extra armor. That would have been nice, considering that it takes all the way up to level 10 before you even can use any rings. But I'm not complaining. The rings I got are pretty good after all. Anyway, you know what? This has been working out for me. Kobold again. I am getting experience for these, right? So, well, not much. This was just a normal kobold in this case, but it did give me 1 experience, which, it's more than 0. Okay, a Goomba on that side. Skeletal kobold. Let's deal with the Goomba first. Oh, that was worth 3 experience? Really? Unexpected. 3 experience for the skeleton. And another 1? Was I at 60? I don't know. For the bronze snake. I mean, obviously, all of these enemies are only giving me tiny amounts. No staircase? Oh. Just the wrong button. Oh, and I went back up again. Why? It's fine. Oh, wow, this is crowded. What a lively place. Hello? I guess jellies are not... That's a brown yak, actually. Jellies are not warm-blooded creatures, so I don't see them with infravision. Purple mushroom patch. Get out of here. Farmer Maggot's dog. One shot. Very nice. Yellow mold. Okay. Slowly dying from my gazes. Interesting that a mold can even be affected by that, but I'm glad that's the case. Trump spellbooks. Yeah, no thanks. Zombified kobold. It's burned. It's dead. Dropped some money as well. Interesting dungeon layout. Okay, hill orcs. Not a problem anymore at this point, apparently. Huh? Oh, I'm... What? Can I not? What is happening? Oh, my gaze has gone up in cost. Wow, I did not realize that. Now costs 5? Okay. I mean, obviously I can still attack in melee. What? Fleece and terror, and fast too. Okay, I definitely need to be much more conscious about letting my mana restore whenever I can. That is for sure. Although we do have a decent amount at this point, but well, obviously we can run out. What? Okay. Maybe I can feel more confident about just attacking by bumping into enemies in melee and conserving some spell points that way. Especially, yeah, I mean, since even attacking once, even gazing once, is not gonna, or well, it's not guaranteed to one-shot enemies, even here. So I might actually have to gaze multiple times, and that does drain my mana quite a bit. And if I then run into something that I definitely want to fight at a range, I might run out. So yeah, that'd be smarter too. To just you know, attack at close range, whatever I can safely do so. Black Naga. Oh, right. Hadn't actually killed him yet. Okay. Wait, what was that? That is a pit. Fly over the pit. Okay, right. So that is how it works. I am immune to those, at least. Possibly, maybe some other types of traps as well that are specifically triggered by stepping on them. Although why that's not the case for all traps, who knows? If that's officially, canonically written somewhere. Well, I'm actually at level 7 now, which is, you know, just skipped level 6 entirely. We'll see if that's turns out to be a smart choice, or if stuff is quite a bit tougher down here. I mean, we definitely have some levels that are just very empty in terms of enemies, and some that are extremely crowded, like the one before, by comparison, even though they're all relatively the same small size. Frosty Jelly, that's definitely a new one. Hard leather cap. I mean, that's unlikely to be better than what I have. I'm gonna wait and see if it's magical, because if it is magical, I guess it is somewhat likely to actually be better. Okay. I want to say that some jellies actually have ranged attacks. Average, okay. No reason to keep it then. Wildcat. Where? Oh, I only read until turned and thought it turned away to run, but no, it turned into ash. Even better. More permanent for sure. Large gray snake. Anything else? Oh, I actually failed. At a, well, 4% fail chance, I guess. Certainly not too surprising that it will fail a bit occasionally. Wait, did I... Paralyzed, oh. Thankfully for... not for too long. Don't think there's really much you can do, if anything. If you happen to be paralyzed with enemies around. Novice priest. Somewhat appropriate that a priest, a wandering priest, would see me and attack me immediately. Although, of course, all humanoid enemies or characters that you encounter in the dungeon do attack you, typically. I guess technically there can be non-hostile monsters, but I'm not sure. Is this a final level? Level 9? Mugash the Kobold Lord. The Keeper of the Warrens. Yeah, okay. I guess that makes it pretty clear. Well, yeah, I think technically friendly monsters can occur, but either I kill them out of habit before ever learning that they were friendly, or they're kind of rare. Anyway, I guess he's got to be the blue one there. Sure enough. Surrounded by a lot of kobolds. Well, it could be nasty. Blank gray rat, blubbering icky thing. No. What? Oh, copper coins. Slain it. Thankfully. I think the worst they can do is poison, although different types of fake coins, treasure mimics, I guess, might have different attacks. Oh, I'm already being chased by some kobolds. Okay, only a few. Not the entire troop. And in fact, that's entirely in my interest. Because that way I don't have to deal with them all at once. I'm still gonna continue down this tunnel here, or this direction. A new wand. Identify right away. See a scare monster. Okay. Sure, why not? I mean, I can scare monsters, but the wand might have a higher success rate than my gaze. In fact, I would expect it to be so. Right. Not necessarily a type of wand that I'm gonna keep around forever. Oh, dog trap, awesome. Barely misses me. That's nice. Otherwise, those can poison you. Huh? Another one. Well then. Don't mind if I do. See, again, a stinking cloud. With less charges, though. Since you have these recharging ones now, obviously there's much less of a reason to keep multiple of the same type around than there ever was. But for the time being, for this floor, at least, maybe I'll actually, what was this? Padded armor. Maybe I'll actually make some use of that. We'll see. Although at this point, oh, never mind. There's still a few of them left. I guess all the normal-sized kobolds have actually chased me down, while the small and the large ones, as well as their boss, stayed in the throne room or whatever. Well, until now. Oh, hi there. Well then. Let me just quaff a potion of heroism and hope that he doesn't hit me too hard right away. I feel like a hero. Oh, right. Temporary hit points. That's another effect of heroism. Okay. Right. And a small amount of healing too. Now that yeah, actually, now that I think about it, pretty sure that's the case. Okay. Well, depending on how tough this guy by himself is, this might work out pretty well. I could try to scare him. Could try to. Well, let's use a stinking cloud just because why not? He resists. Kobold also resists. Gets burned. I take some damage. How badly damaged is that guy? Okay. It's taken some damage. About 20%. Actually, it's only 9 Estus. Is it? Yes. Okay, so one of those does not exactly equal 10% of the health, but you know, roughly. Let's see how this works then. I gaze, he's unaffected. I gaze again. He attacks me, he's burned. I may be a kobold, but I'll kick your arse. Well, we'll see about that. You're actually half dead. More than half dead. Yes, low hit point warning, understandable. But I think I should be okay attacking him one more time here. He's not dead, but he does flee in terror. So he's dead now. Good. Arg! I've slain him. Oh. And I guess I leveled up again? Presumably? More int. Always more int. I've conquered warrens. Did I level up again? No, I'm still level 11. Did I just get a free stat increase just from killing this monster? Is that a thing? Do you get that kind of bonus reward for achieving certain things? Because if so, I want to say that's also new to this game. And I feel silly repeating this or specifying every single time, but when I say that, I mean new to me, this being the first variant where I see that particular feature, which might very well be present in other variants. Anyway, well, I've conquered the warrens, kind of, but there are still some normal kobolds around. Okay, they fight each other, actually. Dead and dead. How many are left? A few, all over there, so I can just heal myself like this. Keep healing. Okay. Well, that worked very well. Cyan potion. Interesting. Small little shield, saber. Okay. I mean, some of this is probably good. In fact, well, I don't know what exactly was dropped by the boss. But of course, either way, it's not useful to me, and I can't sell it, so... While I am mildly curious to see what I'm missing out on, you know, it doesn't really matter at all. So, whatever. What did I want to look at? I wanted to identify the potion. Potion of speed. Well, that's good to have that identified. Unfortunate that it's only one, but hey. Let me actually just drop... Oh, I wanted to test the potion of sleep. I will. Drop the potion... No, drop the extra wand of stinking cloud. Because, yeah. Is there anything else I can get rid of? Maybe the cure confusion mushrooms? I suppose I really don't have to unless I actually run out of stuff. Run out of space for stuff, rather. Well, let's just keep exploring. Test that potion of slowness on a monster. Tunnel. Don't lose focus now. Okay, a giant gray rat. Actually currently asleep. Well... Small kobold, not asleep. Well then, can we maybe throw that potion of sleep at you? Well, yes. Did it do anything? No. Can you please not be a major pain? Oh, okay. That random large kobold was the creature on this floor that gave me the most trouble, including the boss. Just kind of wild, but I guess it sometimes happens. I suppose when you look at them, when you read the details about monsters, they do give a pretty large possible level range. So maybe that guy was just several levels above his peers. Anyway, what did I want to do? Double check for enemies. Okay, there's still one left. And now none are left. A cloak, which unfortunately I can't wear. I don't know, I kind of like the idea of a beholder with a cloak around its, well, I guess it doesn't have a neck or shoulders or anything like that, but you know, if it can handle objects and, well, you know, it could tie the cloak around its upper eye stalks or something. But no such thing, unfortunately. Under the boots. I guess the boss was actually hanging out in something like a throne room, right? A large chamber, anyway, or of a large cavern, I guess. Appropriate for a kobold king. Okay, well, that's the warrants I was gonna say, but there is one final door. Might as well finish the job. And that's that. Okay, there we go. Should I use my one word of recall? I didn't really make a ton of money, and they are not cheap. Well, you know what? It should be very safe to make my way back up to the surface. So I will do that off camera in between episodes, because as it has turned out, this has actually turned into a proper series. Well, I mean, at least 3 parts, I guess. And of course, it's gonna get absorbed into the larger classic roguelikes meta series. Yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna make my way to the surface in between episodes, and then we'll take a look at that bandit hideout, I suppose, since I still don't feel confident checking out those either of those level 15 quests. I mean, it's very possible that one or both of those are very doable at my current level, but it's also very possible that they're gonna slaughter me completely, and it's gonna be very sad if that happens. So I'd rather be safe rather than sorry, right? And since this is my first time playing this game to this level and encountering those particular quests, I have no idea what to expect there and how accurate those difficulty levels given are. So I'd rather not risk anything unnecessarily. Yeah, anyway, long story short, I'm gonna just end the episode here. This was overall quite successful, I want to say, and I'm feeling much better about this character. In fact, I'm feeling quite good about it. So yeah, definitely a very interesting one and quite powerful at this point. Definitely compared to the early game. So we'll see how long that feeling lasts. Next time, we deal with the bandits. But for now, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.